Hello, welcome to Finding 5 Great References for Your Job Search with Lynn Dessert. I'm an executive career coach with Leadership Breakthrough, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Finding great references can be very difficult for some people. Sometimes you've left an organization under bad terms, or you're just not quite sure who to go and ask that question to. Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about 5 different ways you may be able to find references. Some of them may work for you, some others may not, but at least you've got 5 to work from. The first one is obviously the current employer. If you're working and your boss knows that you're looking for another job and is supportive of it, then you might find that your boss will step up and give you a reference. Another individual in there may be a coworker, somebody who's close to you that, is a confidant that you can go to, that you can trust, and that may serve as a reference on your behalf. The third is human resources. Let's say you have left, and sometimes human resources, I know they're only going to give you the dates of employment, but the fact that they're responding to the employer is a good sign. Now let's look external outside of that organization. Or let's say you've left or you are currently working there and you just don't want to tap into the internal people. Then the next step is to go and look at past coworkers. And that is step number 2. You can find people that you've worked with in the past, and hopefully they've moved on to other organizations, and they are willing to step up and attest to how good of an employee you are, the results that you have, the relationships that you've built, and they may be able to provide kind of an unbiased viewpoint to a prospective employer. The third is to go and find ex-bosses. Certainly you've probably worked for more than one boss, and hopefully you've got great relationships with people that you have left in the past. Now, sometimes I know that if you've left suddenly or if your boss was really disappointed that you left a previous job, you might be hesitant to go back and ask that boss. But you know what? At the end of the day, they are going to understand why you left, that you went on to a better opportunity, and they all get over it, and it'll be like a reunion when you go and you reach out to them. So don't discount those ex-bosses that you aren't quite sure what they're going to say. You might just be surprised. And let's face it, all they can say is no. Number 4 is your past clients and customers. Hopefully they'll step up and they'll talk about how well you worked with them, what type of results you brought, how you helped solve their problems, and potentially they can make a wonderful impact on a future employer's impression about you. And don't discount the 5th place for references, personal references. Those can be places where you volunteered. They may be professional organizations, they could be volunteer organizations, places where you may have held a leadership position and other people can attest to what you did for that organization and the impact that you made. Now that wraps it up. Hopefully in all of those suggestions of places to find references, one of them will work with you, and we'll see you next time.